Welcome to Realm Painters, and welcome to another Leagues of Votann tutorial. I'm getting really close to painting almost everything that the Leagues of Votann's got to offer. If you're interested in any specific Leagues of Votann model or unit, let me know in the comments below, but in today's video, we are going to be covering the Thunderkyn. I really had a lot of fun painting this model and currently painting the rest of the other models in this unit. And I really think you guys will like this too, if you're a big fan of the Leagues of Votann and the Greater Thurian League paint scheme that I've come to know and love. So without further ado, let's hop into this. But before we get into it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And look at our memberships. We've got that going up. Later this week, I'll be posting a video on for members only. That's a deep dive into what we've got so far for our Dark Angels versus Raven Guard challenge. Okay, now officially, let's get into this. First things first, prime your Thunderkyn with Chaos Black or any equivalent. Let's go ahead and take care of the hard to reach places first, starting with the undersuit. If you've seen the Hearthkyn tutorial, it's basically that, but, covered with a bunch of stuff. So start with Sons of Horus Green and base coat the whole underbody minus the boots. Then with Deepkin Flesh, base coat the upper chest piece. Deepkin is a lighter color, so be sure to thin your paints and apply over several layers to get a smooth finish. Then with Abaddon Black, base coat the shoes, goggles, elbow pads, and knee pads. After that, with Leadbelcher, base coat all of the metallic sections throughout the undersuit, such as the zipper, the plugs on the front, and the head of the steelkin, and any ports on the chest. Then for all of the leather straps, base coat them in Doombull Brown. And if you get any paint on the previous painted steps, go back with the main color and repaint it. Now that we have the base coats done and cleaned up, if need be, let's wash over the Sons of Horus jumpsuit and do a recessed shade of the white armor with Coelia green shade. Then highlight the jumpsuit with a 50-50 mix of Deepkin Flesh and Sons of Horus Green. After that, edge highlight the boots, the knee pads, and the elbow pads with Dark Reaper. Then wash the Leadbelcher with Nuln Oil before highlighting it with Iron Breaker. Once that is done, wash over the leather with Agrax Earthshade and then highlight it with Scrag Brown. On to the final part of this section being the light and lenses. Let's take care of the easiest one by base coating the light on the front of the suit with pure white. I used Vallejo white. After that dries, wash over the light with Imperial Fists yellow. Then, while it is still wet, do a dot in the center of the light with pure white to do a nice effect called wet blending to make the light look like it is bright. Then for the lenses, base coat them with corn red, and then do a highlight with Mephiston red on the underside of the lens. After that, with Troll Slayer orange, edge highlight the Mephiston area, and if you're feeling up for it, do a dot on the top of the lens with pure white to make the lens look like it is glowing, and the undersuit is complete. On to the main event, the exosuit. Let's start off with the base coats again to make this easy for cleanups in case we do any mess ups. So let's start with Sons of Horus green and base coat all of the armor panels, the arm covers, and the leg supports. After that, with Leadbelcher, base coat all of the bracings throughout the exosuit, focusing on the bracings on the arms and the legs. And if you're up to it, you can also use this to paint the rivets throughout the suit. Then, with Agarax Earthshade, wash the springs on the feet of the suit, as well as the joints on the chest bracing. Once that dries, wash over the whole exosuit minus the springs with Nuln Oil. Be sure to have a brush ready to clean up any excess pooling that might occur on the green panels. Then with a 50-50 mix of Deepkin Flesh and Sons of Horus green, edge highlight all of the green panels and armor. After that, edge highlight the steel with Iron Breaker. Then, with Abaddon Black, base coat the fuel canister on the back and edge highlight it with Eshin Gray. On to the final part of this section, base coat the red tubes throughout the suit with Mephiston Red, and edge highlight it with Evil Signs. And with that, let's move on to the last section, being the gun. Nearly done. Base coat the gun with Abaddon Black, including the tube on the bottom of the gun. Let's base coat the ammo canister, the tip of the gun, the vents on the sides, and any extra knobs with lead belcher. Then wash the lead belcher with Nuln oil. And after that dries, apply a layer of Agrax Earthshade in the recesses of the gun casing. Once that's dry, do a thick edge highlight on the black with Dark Reaper, and then do a thin edge highlight with Thunderhawk Blue. After that, with Corn Red, base coat the handles and then wash them with Rakelin Flesh Shade. Then highlight with Mephiston Red. Onto the final section, base coat the cracks throughout the barrel with a pure white. I used Vallejo White. And lastly, with Tesseract Glow, wash over the white areas, allowing it to pool slightly to get a nice glow effect. And then your Thunderkyn is complete. And just like that, you can now paint the Thunderkyn. Like I said in the intro, I really had a lot of fun painting this model. I'm currently painting the rest of the unit and also the rest of my Votann army in general. I really like this paint scheme, and I'm really happy that they decided to make this paint scheme the box art, because it's my favorite color scheme for Votann that I've discovered so far. If you have any recommendations or future tutorials that you'd like to see on our channel, be sure to let us know in the comments below, and be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I think that's about all that I got for you today. So I'll catch you in the next realm. See ya.